good shit, and useful too. But if you were to take a look at how we humans treat it, in multiple senses of that word, you'd think that we don't actually need this stuff to survive. Take the extreme drought in California as an example. It's almost difficult to know where to begin with this story of climate catastrophe exacerbated by human stupidity and greed. But since a drought is a bit easier to explain than the complexities of human idiocy, let's start there. Now, even here, much of it can be ascribed to human idiocy in the form of climate change, but on top of that, much of California is just dry. Consider this visual, so conceived by Mark Reisner in his book Cadillac Desert, where he writes that had humans never settled in Los Angeles, evolution, left to its own devices, might have created in 1,000,000 more years the ideal creature for that habitat, a camel with gills. And for those parts that wouldn't be inhabited by weird camels, they still depend on diverted water sources to produce more than half of our domestic agriculture. Yeah, more than half. Like 99% of artichokes, 99% of walnuts, 97% of kiwis, 97% of plums, 95% of garlic, 89% of cauliflower, 71% of spinach, and on and on and on. Needless to say, this is a big deal, and when I still lived there, I thought, well fuck, I'm happy to cut down on a shower or two a week to help save some fucking artichokes. My roommate might not appreciate it, but hell, we all need to do our part, right? But sadly, despite Governor Brown's emergency restrictions on urban water usage, my decline in personal hygiene wouldn't make much of a dent. Why? Because only 20% of California's water usage is urban, i.e. households, businesses, and government combined. 80% is agriculture. And they're exempt from all restrictions handed down by Governor Brown's emergency water plan. Well, yeah, Eleanor, think of the artichokes. Yeah, fine, the artichokes. But how about this? Out of the 80% of water usage, 10%, a full 1.1 trillion gallons of water is used by almond farms. Do we really need that many fucking almonds? One of the most water-thirsty nuts in the market? Or how about 70 million cunting gallons of water a year that's used just for fracking? That's fresh water used in order to extract fossil fuels producing toxic water, which is then dumped into California aquifers, you know, the places that store fucking drinking water. Can you tell that we've gotten into the human stupidity part? And here's another. Nestle, creator of the catchphrase, "water is not a human right," sucks 400 million gallons of water a year out of California in order to make bottled water and sell it back to you. What the fuck? Side note, sign this petition to get them to stop. There'll be a link at the end of the episode. Or how about 100 billion gallons of water a year used to grow alfalfa? No, not the kind that just goes wonderfully on a sprout and avocado sandwich. This is the kind that gets shipped to China in order to feed their cattle. Yes, we are quite literally shipping Chinese cows 100 billion gallons of water a year. Meanwhile, it takes about 3,430 gallons of water to produce one fucking steak, and that includes the high-pressure hoses that clean off animal and fecal matter from factory farm floors. Yummy. So maybe that federal report was right. A vegan diet just might be best for the planet. And before you freak out and clutch your burger in wild defense, I'm not advocating that everyone go vegan. However, we can't all stop supporting factory farms and downing more red meat in one day than a vampire with a wicked case of the munchies. And speaking of sucking, we can stop buying bottled water from sociopaths who suck us dry and profit off the thirst they created. And we can stop shrugging our shoulders at poisoned water supplies thanks to big oil and gas fuckery. And we can put restrictions on big ag even if it means we lose a few almonds. So yes, California, there is something you can do to help out. But it's not just about skipping a shower or turning your lawn into a rock garden. It's calling bullshit on everything from cows and CAFOs to the fat cats in big ag, the drillers and spillers who don't think that you'll fight back. Fuck 'em. Let's fight back. From tweets to marching in the streets, this is ACT OUT.